Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we are going to discuss SEL topic 5, which is about quality evaluation, relative density, refractive index, smoke point, melting point and freezing point. So let us get started. Relative density, it shows how dense a substance is compared to a reference, which is water for liquid, solid, air for gases. A value greater than 1 means that the substance is denser and will usually sink, and a value less than 1 means it is lighter and will generally float. Because it is a ratio, it has no unit, making comparison simple. And the importance is many substances have characteristic relative density range. So measuring relative density helps verify whether a sample matches its expected identity. It is widely used in science, food industry, pharmaceuticals and cosmetic role in detecting adulteration. Adding cheaper or unwanted material usually changes a substance density. A shift from the known standard range can indicate dilution, contamination, or impurities. It is a quick and reliable control quality check. How it is measured in practice. Piconimeter measure density precisely by comparing the mass of a known volume of the substance to the same volume of water, and hydrometer floats in the liquid. The depth it reaches corresponds to the liquid's relative density. Both rely on the principle that density is equal to mass over volume. And for the example, each essential oil has a specific well-established relative density range. If an oil is measured value falls outside that range, it may be adulterated or diluted. This makes relative density a practical and widely used test for purity.
Now I will explain about the concept of refractive index and its role in the quality evaluation of fats and oil. The refractive index refers to how much light bends when it passes through a sample. Every substance have a unique refractive index value, so these properties become useful in identifying and evaluating the materials. In the analysis of fat and oil, the refractive index is important because it helps to detect the impurities, adulteration, and variation in composition. For example, when lower quality and cheaper oils are mixed into a product, the refractive index will shift away from its expected standard range. This makes it a quick and reliable indicator for quality. To measure the refractive index, we use a device called as refractometer. The instrument works by passing light through a sample and determine the angle at which the light bends. Even very small change in composition, such as difference in fatty acid structure, it will alter the angle and therefore the refractive index value. This measurement is widely applied for quality control in the food, cosmetic, pharmaceutical industry. In fats and oils specifically, it ensures that the product like cooking oil, margarine, and specialty fats meets purity standards and not diluted with cheaper substance. In summary, the refractive index is simple yet powerful tool that allow us to verify the authenticity, detect impurity, and maintain the overall qualities of fat and oil.
Alright, so we move on to the next point, which is smoke point. What is a smoke point? Smoke point is the temperature at which oil starts to produce visible smoke, which indicates the beginning of a thermal breakdown and formation of harmful compounds. Which is if the oil have a higher smoke point, which is it's more stable for high heat cooking, while if the oil have a low smoke point, it best for low medium heat or raw use. Why smoke point is important? This is because it will prevent the formation of toxic compounds like acrolein, maintain the flavor and nutritional quality of food, help choose the right oil for frying, sorting and dressing, and it will affect the oil performance and lifespan during cooking. There are 5 affecting smoke points, which are refinement level. Refined oil have higher smoke point than unrefined. Next, impurities. If the oil have more impurities, it will lower the smoke point. Free fatty acid content. If the oil have a higher FFA, it will lower the smoke point. Oil age and oxidation. Reused oil has a much lower smoke point. And lastly, moisture and contaminant, which if oil have a water and fluid residue, it will reduce the stability. So we go to see the example of smoke point. Like refined avocado oil, it has a high temperature, while butter has a lower temperature. Right, next, how to choose the right oil. High heat only for the deep frying, which is refined avocado, peanut, sunflower and canola. Medium heat, pan frying, olive oil, regular or sesame oil. Low heat or raw, salad or drizzling, which is extra virgin olive oil or flaxseed oil. Summary for smoke point. Smoke point guides us for safe and effective cooking. Refined oil have high smoke point. Unrefined oil have a lower smoke point. Reusing oil significantly reduce its smoke point and match the oil to cooking method for the best result. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I will be explaining about melting point. Okay, first one is about the definition. Melting point is basically the temperature at which a solid change into a liquid. For example, when ice into water, that temperature is its melting point. Okay, second one is why melting point is important. Okay, melting point is actually very useful in lab work. First, to check the purity, which we can see pure solid have a very sharp melting point. Second, if the substance has impurities, it won't melt at one fixed temperature. Instead, it melts over a range. So, by looking at melting point, we can tell whether a substance is pure or not. Okay, next, how we can measure the melting point. In lab, we use a melting point apparatus. Sometimes we call the capillary tube method. A small amount of the solid is packed into a thin glass capillary tube. Then we place it in the apparatus. As we heat it, we observe the exact temperature where the solid starts to melt and when it fully turns into liquid. The temperature or temperature range is recorded as the melting point. Okay, for example, we can see one common example is cocoa butter. It has a very specific melting point. If the melting point is very different from the expected value, it usually means the cocoa butter has been adulterated or mixed with other fats. So in summary, the melting point help us to understand identify and purity of a solid. And it's a very simple but important test in chemistry and food analysis. So that's all from me. Thank you.
The freezing point refers to the temperature at which a liquid oil becomes solid, but it is important to note that oils don't always freeze sharply like water. Instead, many oils will become cloudy first as crystals start to form before they fully solidify. This behavior is strongly influenced by the fatty acid composition inside the oil. Oils that contain more saturated fats tend to freeze earlier, while oils with higher unsaturated fat content remain liquid at lower temperatures. Why does this matter? The freezing point actually tells us a lot about the stability and quality of an oil. Oils that freeze at higher temperatures typically contain more saturated fats, so this measurement helps us identify the purity and the composition of the oil. Freezing also does not damage the oil. Once it returns to room temperature, the oil will go back to its normal liquid state without any loss in quality. Now, how do we measure it? The oil sample is cooled slowly under controlled conditions, and we record the exact temperature where the oil first solidifies or becomes uniformly solid. This procedure is usually done with cooling bath or temperature-controlled chambers to ensure accuracy and consistency. To make it clearer, here are some examples of freezing points. Olive oil freezes at around -6 degrees Celsius. Canola canola oil at about -10 degrees Celsius, and coconut oil, which is very high in saturated fat, freezes at around 25 degrees Celsius, meaning it solidifies even at normal room temperature. So overall, the freezing point is not just about whether an oil becomes solid, it actually tells us a lot about the oil's fat content, quality and behavior at low temperatures, which is essential in food science, storage and product formulation.